day before yesterday. So in that we explain about the Guru Purnima and the small part of first chapter of relevance to relevance. First chapter, okay, from the book of relevance to relevance. First chapter called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. So these are the chapters are reference to the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, already we discussed a few part of this, few quote line of this Arjuna Vishada Yoga chapter. So whoever watched whoever watched first time in this channel video means kindly subscribe and watch the satsang videos of previous episode. Okay, so previous episode on Guru Purnima also satsang is book reading satsang is explained. So kindly watch this on episode number 91. Okay, book reading satsang 91. Okay, so let's move on to the chapter. Chapter name is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Already we discussed. I will once again read that sentence. Okay. Attachment clouds judgment and leads to inner conflicts. True stand begin with pausing, reflecting, and facing fear. With courage, sorrow, and confusion are necessary precursors to awakening. So already I explained this paragraph in the sentence explanation in previous satsang. So now I move on to main concept of the this chapter. Okay, chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, is often overlooked there, merely a dramatic prologue to the deeper teachings that follow. Okay, so this chapter begins with the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. So it's overall view of the what are the things happened to the Arjuna during the war of Mahabharata. So we all know Arjuna is an angry person, because even Lord Krishna also said, please come Arjuna, don't go in a hurry, don't go in an angry manner to win the war. So don't go in a harsh manner. So be peace, be calm. Already Lord Krishna advised to Arjuna, but Arjuna never follows them. Okay. So finally Arjuna got in one book reading also we discussed. Okay. Finally Arjuna got some supreme power, then only realize the peacefulness. Okay. So in this chapter, what the deeper it's a deeper teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Arjuna Vishada Yoga is a chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, and it's a Bhagavad Gita slokas. Okay, it's a first chapter of the first sloka of the Bhagavad Gita. So in this book, Reverence to Relevance is a full explanation about Bhagavad Gita chapters. So it's a very fantastic book, spiritual book. Okay, but this chapter holds profound psychological and spiritual significance. Yes, as I already told now, this chapter always as we already repeated this word sentence in previous overview, I think so, overview of this chapter. Okay, this chapter always symbolizes the spiritual experience. Okay, significant. It marks the moment when a warrior confidence gives way to crisis, while the journey of inner transformation truly begins. Okay, as I already said, no, before going to warrior, Arjuna always asks man, okay, I want to kill him, I want to beat the warrior, I want to get the warrior. So I am in horse manner to go and capture the kingdom, to go and kill the warriors, to go and kill and become king of the Pandavas, king of the Cholas. So in that manner, likewise, it marks when a warrior confidence gives way to crisis. During warriors and soldiers, okay, warrior confidence, okay, what the soldiers will do while doing the war, okay, they will say something to win the war, okay, but unfortunately, suddenly they all know, even the soldiers and all know, okay, after the war is over, we are no more be there in the world. So that same way, the solar cell gives way of confidence level. Okay, so with that confidence level, they are all fighting the war, and sometimes many soldiers are died in the war. Okay, died in the war. Well, the journey of inner transformation truly begins. Okay, for example, if your war begins, for example, Operation Sindoor, example I am saying, not the idea, I don't know the not anything. Okay, for example, if any war like war happen means what the soldiers will do. Okay, the soldiers will think. Okay, if there are a strong belief. Okay, after the war I may not be there. After the war, and don't know how many of them are alive in the war, how many of them are leaving the war, how many of them are stillness in the war. So they are all prepared. Okay, with that confidence level, they are all fight against the country. Example is Kargil war. Even the independence, before independence and all, there are many fighters, freedom fighters, sacrifice their life. But they are known before itself. Okay, while fighting, we are no more in the war. Something will happen. So in that way they explain. Okay, in that way they explain, and it makes the moment when a warrior confidence give way to crisis. Okay, warrior confidence give way to crisis, and where the journey in transformation truly begins. Okay, so and then same way inner transformation also begins. Okay, the inner transformation means it transforms from inner feelings. Okay, for example, another example I will do. Okay, if you face the exam boldly and get past the exam, what will happen? You know that one can feel happy. Okay, I know that one always believes before itself. Okay, I will pass the exam. Now the result also came like this. I feel happy. So suppose unfortunately you are failing the exam means, and I know that one feels okay. I will pass at the low mark, but I will find what the inner transformation will do. So that way, it's all radical changes. Okay, radical difference of the feelings. It is a powerful reminder that self-realization often starts with self-doubt. Self-realization. For example, if I am telling a pure example, okay? Pure example, okay? Okay. This is a one product. Assume that, okay? In that product, first I have doubt. What is this? What is the price of the product? If you pour in the leg, what will happen? Whether it will be cure or not? Whether it is a harmful product or a disaster product. So many doubts will come. Okay. After you apply the medicine only, after you taking the medicine only, once it cure means, then it becomes a self-realization. Okay. So that's mean the self-realization. If you take medicine means, okay, it's so nice. Before taking medicine, so many doubts will come. After taking medicine, self-realization will come. Sit on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Arjuna stands at that shoal, torn between his duty as a warrior and his attachment to family, tradition and identity. So as I already said, now Kurukshetra war, Mahabharata war. Okay, Arjuna always stand in front of and fight the warrior between this. So many fights between these opposition soldiers as well as the Arjuna soldiers also. Okay, so in that war, what happened means he stand at the duty. Arjuna stand at the duty. Okay, I am ready to duty. I don't want to worry about my family and all. I want to win this kingdom. I want to capture this kingdom. So as I am a duty of the responsibility, I have to fight and I capture the kingdom. So that's the aim of the Arjuna. Overwhelmed by grief, fear, and moral confusion, he dropped his bow. Okay. The moment of collapse of inner unraveling is not weakness. It is the yoga of despair, because even sorrow, when met with honesty and surrender, can lead to awakening. Which means that, so once again I will read again. The moment overwhelmed by grief, fear, and moral confusion, is dropped his bow. Okay. Suppose if you have confusion, okay. In war and all, I don't want the example. I say this example. I don't want to say this example. For example, in maths, the basic concept of the field is trigonometry. Okay. How many of you like trigonometry in maths? Can anyone tell me in the chat? Okay. How many of you like maths trigonometry subject? Chapter? Can you tell me in comments? Okay. So in trigonometry, while solving the problems, initially it makes this difficult. Even nowadays and all, if you ask any student now, the employees or any person, you ask what is the cos theta, what is the tan theta, what is the secant theta, what is the cosecant theta, what is the formula of tan theta. So if you ask like this, means there are some of them are say, okay, tan theta is cos theta, cos theta is tan theta, secant theta is cosecant theta, sin theta is cos theta, sin theta is cos theta. So there are some people may say, but the remaining people are say, hey, leave this chapter part. Don't know. I was struggled in trigonometry. Okay, so in that way, if you are well in the trigonometry, means you will score more marks. If you are not well in the trigonometry, means without following any step, means that becomes a confusion, that becomes a struggle, and your marks will be low. So that's why it explains. Overwhelmed by grief, fear, moral confusion, it dropped his bow. So this circumstance, if you have, means you never face this any war, you never face any examination. Okay. The moment of collapse of inner unveiling is not weakness. Okay. So if you collapse in your inner transformation, then try to overcome that. Okay. If you keep on resembling the inner transformation in a weakness manner, means then you can't be able to grow up in your life. Grow up in life. It is a yoga of despite, because even sorrow, when met honesty and surrender, can lead to awakening. Yoga. So if you do yoga, means whoever did yoga, they all become a silent. Okay. So their honesty, they are really honesty. They will never tell lie. Okay. Honesty and surrender. So they are all lead to the honesty and surrendering to divinity. So that brings them the life, more higher and higher, awakening, right? Okay. So in our own lives, we all experience Kurukshetra moments. Yes, even in Kurukshetra, I don't know the story, how it happens, but if you read the book of Kurukshetra, it will particularly apply to your life also. Okay? Let's see one by one. When decisions weigh heavy, roles become a burdensome, and the emotions cloud our vision. Okay. For example, if you get married, what will happen? You all boys are the head of the family. Okay. They get high tension, because even girls also, even ladies also, they get high pressure tension after getting married. Okay. But who is getting more pressure? Both of them. Equally, both the husband and wife get equal pressure of running family. Because what the husband will do, they have to earn money, they have to go in the office, their husband always thinking about their son or daughter life. What will happen? What will be the fees of the school? What will be the college fees of our daughter? So these are the things are going in the husband mind. Okay. Then comes to wife. So their wife also thinking. So tomorrow what I have to cook. So wife is always cooking. Okay. Some housewives, some married couples women are sometimes some of them are going office. So they are all thinking like that. Okay. So likewise, the example in our own lives. Okay. When decisions weigh heavy roles, okay. After getting married, the decisions are very high roles, okay. We can't keep even a single minute. We can't even have free. Some other responsibility will come. Okay, I don't know about the married life because I am now bachelor. Okay, so once if we get married, not even able to speak to your friend freely, not able be like a bachelor life. Okay, so if we get that, what will happen? More emotion will come. Okay, more emotion and more emotion will come. Sometimes some of them emotion may not that. So they are the vision of the family. Okay, these feelings are the visions of the inner human being, inner well-beings of human. Okay, we may know what is expected of us, but not have the strength to hang. We may know that if we do that mean what will happen? If we do more emotion mean the wife mean what will happen? The wife also got some react, okay? Then the house will become like what? The one dim. Some other sound type, okay? Some other sound type means like a war type the house will run, okay? So but in that moment what will happen? So we may know what is expected but not to have to send to us, okay? But in that situation also we know, okay, if we do that means what will happen, we already know. So in that manner we suddenly sit and we do some other exercise, okay, inner exercise, okay. In these times, Sadhana Vishana Yoga becomes deeply relevant. So this chapter is deeply relevant about this, okay, about this type of radiation. It shows us that confusion is not the end of the path. It often beginning of the clarity. Fantastic line, okay. Confusion is not the end of the path, okay. For example, the best example I want to give is there are so many confusions on that. Even in the AI what you know, even if your AI artificial intelligence, what it will give, okay, what it will do, if you give prompt, then it will automatically reflect the answer, okay. Suppose if you not give, then one person will think, okay, how artificial intelligence will work. Okay, if I give prompt, what will happen? It will give answer. Next to what will happen? Next to what will happen? Next to what will happen? So if without understanding the concept of the AI, if you keep on asking yourself what next mean, then how does he or she can get the clarity of the answers that we all know, okay? So that's right. Confusion is not the end of the path, but it begins the clarity, okay? Okay, I don't know about the AI, so I will ask somebody. Somebody will talk. Then I got some clarity about AI. So that is the message explained in this paragraph, okay? One second. second page, okay. The booklet explores the real life situation mirrored in the slogas of chapter 1, okay. Whether it is emotional background, ethical dilemmas, or the paralysis caused by overthinking. Each story reflects how the Gita's wisdom present even in most fragile states. Okay, this booklet explores the 10 real life situations mirrored in the slogas of chapter 1. Okay, so this book is pure upon the Bhagavad Gita. So it explains about the slogas of the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and the real life incidents are explained in this book. Okay, whether it is emotional background or ethical dilemmas or the paralysis caused by overthinking. So these are the things revealed in this chapter, the whole books of the Reverence to relevance. Okay. Each story reflects how the Gita wisdom is present in even our most fragile states. Okay, in this book's chapter, the Bhagavad Gita gives practical ideas of the life answer. Okay, living life answer. Okay, chapter 1 teaches us to pause before we act, to feel deeply before we respond, and to question bravely before we commit. Okay, so this chapter explains about what before going to do anything, what are the things you must have to do. So these are the things he explained in this chapter 1. Okay, that is, before we act, we have to pause. Okay, before we act, okay, we have to pause. Then they feel deeply. So if we feel deeply, we have to be respond. Okay, we respond. Okay, if we feel deeply, for example, oh, I didn't get the mass ticket. If I'm feeling deeply, so suppose if anyone grumble himself, if somebody saw him, means don't go and talk, because he or she have some emotional moments. In that way he talk, they are all talking, they are grumbling themselves. Okay, so at that time, don't respond to that answer. Okay, anybody whoever grumbling himself, either woman or man. Okay, don't go other person not to interfere the speech and interfere the response of the grumbling answer. So instead of interfering, leave them alone only. So they will become normal at their sometimes. Okay, so that's why they explain. Okay. While we find a ground for the light that follows two themes like vulnerability, empathy, identity, decision, moral courage. This chapter allows us to see the true strength is born in the willingness to face one weakness. Yes, as I said now, whoever grumble, the same example I will explain. Okay, whoever talking grumbling himself, don't if any person watches and go near to him and talk to them, communicate them, it's not a good one, because he or she has some problem. In that problem, they are grumbling himself. Okay, if he interfere, means that person reaction will be some not in a normal manner. Okay, they sometimes hot, they sometimes angry. Okay, so better leave them lonely, and then after a few minutes they will become a normal and do the routine work. Okay, so in that way, example, it validates the inner storm while we find a ground for the light the followers, okay. It validates, okay. For those who are grumbling, it validates the inner storm, okay. Okay, inner storm. So there are some problems, they want to share their feeling. In that manner, nobody is there, so they are grumbling themselves, okay. In that manner, they are grumbling inner transformation, okay. But after sometimes they stop the grumble and do becomes a normal and do that routine duties, okay. So in that manner, it seems like vulnerability, empathy, identity exists, and moral courage. This chapter allows us to see that true strength is born in the willingness to face one weakness, okay. This chapter beautiful line, okay. This chapter explains that true strength is born in the willingness to see one weakness, okay. If you have true strength to face the situation, then next time if you get any weakness also, that time you become a strength of yourself and face the weakness in a victory manner, so success manner. So that's where these lines are explained. The remaining paragraph will continue on next thing on any other day. So thanks to all of us. Good night to all of us. Have a happy weekend. So the remaining paragraph will continue on next thing on any other day. So this is a book of Reverence to Relevance. So it's a fantastic book. So the remaining chapters will continue on upcoming book reading satsang. Thanks to all of us. Enjoy it. Hari Om.